This trolley, pretty hard to move up.
because it weighs in at about 20 pounds. If only there was something that could help us pull up on the trolley to make it easier to move. Well, in this video, I'll be building a permanent solution for this problem. I built a prototype counterweight for this GetRx'd tower. While it worked, it was pretty sloppy and wasn't really built to last. This time, I'm making it permanent and clean. I'm going to walk you through the design, the build process, and the result. Let's dive into the design. First, I attach another cable that routes up to another pulley that I've added by putting a longer bolt where an original shorter bolt used to go. Then, we have the top assembly, which consists of some 1-inch tubing that inserts through the hole in the cross member. Then we have the pulley bracket, and then we have the cable adapter brackets for the tensioned guide cables. Then we have our counterweight trolley, which consists of a 2x4 with some drilled holes for the guide cables, a loading pin, and the actual weights for the counterweight. And finally, we have the bottom assembly, which consists of another 1-inch tube that feeds through a hole in the cross member. Then we have a pair of plywood adapters that I made, through which I put a long L bracket that has some holes in it, which hold the cable tensioning bolts. And that's the system in a nutshell. Now, let's move on to how I built it. First, I measured and marked up the piece of plywood. An angle tool is pretty useful for this. Then I made some cuts using my circular saw. These pieces will become the guide cable adapters for the top and bottom bars, and it'll also be the top pulley bracket. Then I marked the center line of the piece as well as spots where we're going to drill. Then I used a handsaw to cut the long piece into smaller individual part pieces because it's quicker and cleaner to just use a handsaw tool here versus trying to set up a power tool. Once the cutting was done, I moved over to the drill press. I drilled 1-inch holes with a spade bit, which is how these adapters will fit onto the 1-inch bars that will be at the top and the bottom of this assembly. For the bottom bracket pieces, I also drilled a pair of 1/4-inch holes to mark where the metal bracket will fit through these adapters that I'm making. We'll turn those holes into slots in the next step. The top brackets are a bit simpler. Those just need a 1-inch hole and a 1/4-inch hole through which we will loop the cable. The next step was to make the slots for the metal shelf bracket. Making a cut in the middle of a piece of wood is a bit tricky, so I decided that an oscillating multi-tool was the right tool for the job. It took a bit of time to remove all of the material, but it turned out pretty well at the end. Now, one of the other issues I wanted to remedy with the first design was that the top cable routing made the cable header bracket at a bit of an angle. So I wanted to angle the pulley bracket to point at the cable so that it would engage with the pulley correctly this time. Now, in order to do that, I would have to drill those holes at an angle. So I set my drill press's table at a 10-degree angle and then proceeded to drill the 1-inch holes with a spade bit so that when these pulley brackets would fit onto the bar, they would point at a 10-degree angle towards the tower. Once I was done drilling the angled 1-inch holes, I drilled a pair of regular 10mm holes at a perpendicular angle, which will be the holes through which the actual bolt will go through and hold the pulley. And then I trimmed off any excess wood with a handsaw. The last bit of woodworking was to make the actual trolley, which will glide up and down along our guide cables and stabilize the counterweight. To make this part, I took a 2x4 and drilled 2 1/4-inch holes on the sides, through which I will later feed the guide cables. Then I drilled a 1-inch hole in the middle of the 2x4 to attach the loading pin. And speaking of the loading pin, one of the issues with the initial design was that the part I was using for the loading pin was pretty long, and as a result there wasn't actually enough cable travel in the counterweight system to cover every position of the actual pulley system of the cable tower. So I needed a shorter loading pin in order to make sure that there is enough cable travel in the system. To make the new loading pin, I cannibalized this old leg holder I had lying around the old parts bin. It had some 1-inch tubing on it, which used to hold the foam roller, and one of the ends was also threaded for an M8 bolt. I cut that piece of tubing off the leg roller with a Dremel tool. The threaded end is useful because I could bolt on this large washer to act as a flange to hold the weights. Then I drilled a hole through the other side so that I could put a bolt or a pin through it and attach a cable to it. Now I'm going to remind you to please like the video and subscribe to the channel while we watch this lovely cleanup montage, because we're done with the fabrication and now we're going to move on to the assembly. Alright guys, we're back in the gym. We got all our fabricated parts laid out, so we're going to start putting it together. I put in the steel rod, and then we slide the bottom assembly parts onto the rod to put that together. Then we repeat the process for the top and slide on the tension cable adapters, the pulley bracket, and the other cable tension adapter. Then it's time to install the guide cables. I start at the bottom by putting the bolt through the hole and threading the nut on just a little bit so it can hold the bolt in place. Then we're going to feed our cables through the trolley. Then I pull the cable through the top cable adapter, and then I'm going to put this U-bolt on it and clamp it down to hold the cable in place. And then we'll repeat the process for the other side, clamp it down, and trim the cable length as needed. Once the cables are secure, I tensioned the cables by using a wrench and tightening the nuts on the bottom. Now the trolley should be able to slide up and down along our guide cables without too much friction. Then I put the loading pin through the trolley and stack the weights on top. Later I realized that it actually works better if you put the weights below the trolley, so I later rearranged the configuration and put the weights below the trolley, as it created a lot less friction that way. The final step was to feed the cable through and then connect it from the actual cable tower trolley to the counterweight trolley. Now, I recommend moving the cable tower trolley all the way to the top so that you know the exact maximum distance that the cable needs to travel and can cut your cable to the right length when the counterweight trolley is all the way at the bottom. Now that everything is assembled, let's check it out. Look at that. Very easy to move up and down, one-handed, no problem. Like a proper functional trainer should be. Now, GetRx'd actually did chime in on a conversation with me on a YouTube thread and mentioned that they are indeed working on a counterweight system for their Pheonix and Viper towers. So I wonder if maybe my video had inspired them to take action on this product. I guess time will tell. If you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.